Happy Sunday. Hope everybody is re-energized and recharged because you know it's a new week up coming up, and let's get this stuff out of the way, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, join the channel. You know it helps you out. It don't help you out by just liking. It don't help you out by just sharing. It don't help you out by just commenting how you feel about the topics that I'm about to come to you with. It don't even help you by just being here. But thank y'all for coming through and bless me with y'all beautiful faces. But as it's your boy Paul, let's get down to the mess of the mess. So we starting off with Popeyes. So Popeyes employees got into a straight up brawl over some burnt biscuits. So apparently two employees got into a verbal argument behind the counter. So you know them biscuits got burnt, and it got heated to the point where they had said, "Let's take this outside." They took it outside. And they start fighting. And I said, it seemed like during the fight, I think the 18-year-old may have been losing the fight. So the 18-year-old manager pulled out his piece and started at close range. He started pow-powing the other person that he was fighting. So at close range, he pow-powed. Then he ended up fleeing the scene. The person that he ended up pow-powing, that person got rushed to the hospital. They ended up have to have emergency surgery. So the police talked to the 18-year-old manager. He's now being charged. He also said that the other person was a manager too. So I said, it's two managers in here fighting over burnt biscuits. Cause Popeye biscuits ain't that good anyway. They look like they need to be in the oven a little bit more, and because they was burnt, they might have tasted a little bit better. Y'all let me know how they was. But I said that's what's going on with that one. Let's move on to the next person we got up, and we got up next. We got a mother. A mother ended up losing. A mother ended up crying on the news, which her son, who was getting ready to graduate high school. He was a few days before graduation. Actually, our man ended up showing up to their home where they hollered out Uber Eats to lure him to the door. And they ended up pow-powing him. And the mom and his sister and them, they don't understand why this happened. They don't get it. And I said I don't either. It's still under investigation. They're trying to figure out who did it and why they did this because it doesn't make any sense. I hope that he get justice. I hope that this mom is able to heal. I know that it's going to be hard, and I know this is really going to take a long time for her to get over because I understand that tragedy of losing somebody through a crime like something like this that is uncalled for. But let's move on past that. My condolences to the family. Let's move on to Tory Lane. So Tory Lane lawyer wanted to come to us and let us know that Kelsey Harris, I hope I said her name right, her bodyguard overheard her admitting to pow-powing Meg Thee Stallion. I said if that was true, you would have brought that up during the case. And why didn't this bodyguard show up during trial? But I said Tory is doing time for 10 years. Let him do it. Let him do it. Hello, then chat. How you doing? Are you one? Because it seemed like you are. But I'm gonna move on past that. So that's what's going on with the Tory Lane lawyers doing a whole press conference and everything. Hey, in the chat, how y'all doing? Let's move on to Alana. I always forget this baby name. Honey Boo Boo Child. So she ended up doing an interview where she talked about her life and what she doing now. She's in college. She's going to nursing school. She's very excited about it. She's focused. She'll be the first person in her family to ever go to college and have it actually get a degree. And congratulations to her. Um, uh, you want to know how you won? I said because you brought it up. You brought it up, asked the question. That makes you one to me. because I said there's no point in you to even bring that up and ask that question. Because I said you came into my life coming for me for no reason, and I didn't say nothing to you. I didn't even, because of my mannerism, because of how I talk, that just makes me a sissy. Make it make sense. Because you don't have a personality, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, figure it out. But let me get back to what I was doing. So, Honey Boo Boo Child, enjoying her life. She working hard. Good for her. Let's move on to Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard's daughter, Heaven, ended up coming out, going on her social media and letting us know that things. Hold up. Hold up. Side note, y'all. I said, now, hold up. Now, Stanley. Stanley Steve. However you say your name, there's no fucking way. I sound like Miss Netta. That bull face, dirty raw face heifer. Don't bring that shit over here. I said you 5 minutes away from getting cleaned the out. Now go find somebody else to play with. Really fast. So let me get back to what I was doing. Oh, and Mary Damon. I hope that ain't for you, but you need to find out for yourself. Your mama, hoe. Your mama. Because we know your mama taking them back stops right along with you, right next to her in the bed. Y'all both taking them back to back. But whoever else she's screwing, they screwing you the same time. You and mama doing the same man all at one time, sir. Keep it pushing. So moving on, Terrence's daughter ended up coming out to let us know that she was emmed as a child at 7 by her cousin who was 12 at the time, and she ended up coming out and letting us know because of a short film that she just got finished doing, and it brought up all the trauma from her childhood, and that she says she's not ashamed, she's not afraid, she's proud of herself for actually being able to speak about it now because she could not speak about it before, and she forgave her cousin. She doesn't hold nothing against her cousin because they ended up dealing with something, the same situation when they were 2. So, good for her, proud of her. So let's move on past her. Let's move on to this Diddy case. So Dawn from Danity Kane ended up testifying Friday, and she testified about a couple of things. She testified when she worked for Diddy. She worked for Diddy from 2004 to 2011. She testified about seeing Cassie be abused by Diddy. She talked about an incident that happened in LA at his LA home where her and Diddy, when she was part of Dirty Money, they were recording, and she said Diddy asked about where his effing food was, and he ended up grabbing a black cast iron skillet and trying to hit Cassie with it, and over the head with it. She ducked down, and he started kicking and hitting Cassie in the head. Then he dragged her upstairs to the first floor, and you can hear glass breaking, yelling. Then the next day, he told Dawn that it was just a passionate moment, and she's okay, and told her, "Do not tell anybody about this. People end up missing." And the prosecutor asks, "Oh, so what does that mean?" She said, "That meant to me that means you're gonna die." So Diddy team said objection. So during that, there was a sidebar. The judge ended up making the jury leave for the weekend. Told Dawn she can step down and get off the stand. So after that, the judge had a sidebar with Diddy's lawyer asking about the last line of the testimony, and Diddy's lawyer said that this more like this more of a line of the first count. This dealing with more of the mess, more this doesn't deal with the trafficking, but more like DV. So the judge was like, so why didn't you put in a motion alignment for this? And Diddy lawyer was like, I didn't know. I said, you didn't know? How you didn't know? We all know about her lawsuit against Diddy that details everything that went down about that whole situation. So you actually knew about it. And you should have put a motion in prior to her taking a stand. So you did know she was going to get up here and testify and tell what she was going to tell. And you playing dumb now. But that's what's going on, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. Let me see what's going on in the chat. We already seen what was going on with the mess of a mess of somebody in here. Yes. But hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Hope y'all having a nice day. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all. I don't got time for the bullshit. Who the fuck you